Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well, and welcome to another video. So in today's video we're doing some more work on the Mk2 Mr2. So I've just got a whole load of bolts and we're just giving the brakes a refresh. So for example, I've got some new bleed nipples, I've got some bolts for the rear calipers because the ones fitted are the wrong ones, and I've got some sliders and retaining bolts for the front caliper. So we're basically giving the brakes a mini refresh today. If you've not already subscribed, smash the subscribe button. We're close to 3,000 and let's get into the video. Okay, now we've got the tyre off, let me show you what we're replacing. If you look at the kit, we've got 2 new sliders and 2 new bolts, and then we've also got 2 new rubber boots. So I'll show you this on the car with the light on. That's the bolt there, slider goes all the way through here, and that's the boot there. So one of these boots is torn, so we have to replace it anyway. And just to show you how these work is the sliders are in the are in like that, and then these bolts go into them like that. Okay, so let's start by getting our 14mm socket and taking these off top and bottom. Okay, with those both off top and bottom, this should just slide away from the carrier, and the brake pads have stayed on with it. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll just rest this up here out of the way. Okay, and pull our sliders out, which we're replacing. See, that one's really gunky, and we'll also take the top one out. This one's not too bad. Just want to show you guys as well from the top. That's torn. Don't know if you can see it, but that's torn. I'm going to take this carrier off here. So there's 2 bolts at the back round here, one down there, one up there, and they are 17s. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off, and then we'll get our new boots on and put our new hardware back onto the car. Okay, so that's the caliper bolts out. Here are the brake pads I fitted last year sometime there, so we'll get them back on as well. That's the caliper bolts, not the caliper bolts, the retainer bolts. What I noticed was this one had a washer, this one didn't have a washer, so I'm missing a washer. I'll need to get one. That's fine for now. So what we want to do is, I'll show you this boot now closely. Where's the broken one? So this one here is fine. That one there is broken, as you can now see clearly. Yep, so that one's broken. Might as well just replace both. I'm not actually even sure how to replace them, but we'll work something out. Okay, so to clean this out, I'm just going to spray some degreaser in. Get all that rust and gunk out that shouldn't be in there. Do the other side as well. Barely got any of this left. Then we'll use the microfiber just to clean it up, because I don't want to leave degreaser in there. I need to get my brake grease. The kit did come with some brake grease, but I'll just chuck my own on. Put it onto our sliders, just make sure they're clean. They're clean. get a nice big amount on. That's plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Just ooze that all in. New one's on, new boot, new bolt, old boot because I messed up the new one for that side, and new bolt. But the old one's not ripped anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's get our caliper back on, get our new retaining bolts on, and that's this side done. Thread in our last 2 bolts. What's happening, guys, is that as I'm tightening up this bolt, since it tightens into the slider, as you turn it, the slider also turns. So I'm gonna have to put a spanner onto the slider and then tighten this up as it should be. So we'll go inside and we'll grab a spanner. And what I want to do is I want to grab it from the old MR2 toolkit, which is here, the Mark II toolkit. This had 2 spanners in it, so I'm guessing one's the right size. So, Mark II toolkit, one of these should be the right size. Yes. Okay, so that's the front right done, and now I need to do the front left. The thing with the front left is the boots are perfectly fine, so I'm just basically replacing the slider bolts and the fasteners for the caliper. So I'll do that soon. And then the rears, I've got these bolts right here to go into the rears. That'll be quick to do. And then I've got the new bleed nipples to fit, and then a full brake bleed all around. But I'm just gonna call that video here because it's starting to get dark outside. I know it's probably a quick one for you guys, but I'm quite tired as well, so I'll do that soon in a part 2, working on the brakes, and then we're just going to send the car off for its MOT. I don't know if it's going to pass, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So anyway, if you've gotten this far, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Let's try and get it to 100 likes, and if you're new, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you all for the next video, and peace.